Oh, wow, that went fast. Here we go. Y'all ready? You know what time it is. Let me see. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Come on. Boom, into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, into my room. Boo, 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 boo. Hello, welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. Let me just put some earrings in. I'm tired, y'all, because this heat is beating down on me. This heat is beating down on me. Something awful, I'm telling you. Ooh. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this up and we are going to get it started. Welcome in. We're gonna need to get live on all of these platforms. So let me hear. This is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about this woman right here. A few of you have sent this to me, so I said, might as well go ahead and report on this before more people send it to me. So let's go ahead and get live on all these platforms. We're live on Twitch, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and of course, we are live on YouTube. So there is a skit that I want you to see, right? This is the oh man. So this is the woman right here, right? Her name is Monique. I forget. I put it in the description so that people can be able to find her and support black creatives, right? So basically, we'll watch this video and then we'll talk a little bit about what it is that we're seeing in the video. Basically, it's a woman who took $22,000 secretly over the years out of her husband's account or out of the joint account. And then they get into this argument, right? For those of you who have noticed, we've been going back to back a lot. So on a day like today, where YouTube is not going to be sending out the notifications, it's important for you to join the text notification squad so that you can always get notifications when I go live, whether these platforms decide to send it to you or not. Just go to www.tonyatko.com/text to join the text notification squad. It is only $2 a month plus fees. And it's an amazing opportunity for you to always get a text and support Black female content creators. So that is a way that you can support me and you. All right, so if you all are ready, let's go ahead and watch this video because there's a lot to unpack, and then we're going to talk all about it afterwards. So I want you to pay attention to what it is that you hear that's being said in this video, etc., etc. I want you to listen to her rationale. I want you to listen to what the husband says in response to her rationale.
I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of the account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of the account that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family?
You know, I feel like I gotta say this because it's hot outside. This is why I'm making the video in a tank top. It's hot. This is why I didn't put any foundation on my face. Yes, this is my natural skin, and the TKO vitamin E will be available this fall. So be prepared for that. It makes your skin beautiful and clear like mine. Not just me, but other people who use it as well. It helps clear up scars, hypopigmentation, all of that. But nonetheless. I'm irritated because they're screaming. I wish that we could just have conversations without all of the hollering. But, you know, I understand that people do this for the internet because this is what gets people riled and hyped up and stuff. But it's irritating to me at this moment. But let's go forward. We'll start it again just to. Oops.
I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of the account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of the account that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? This is
working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What is the problem?
You need to be a problem. You're a self.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that I work hard and struggling.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are self.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us. Are you serious? You mad because I'm putting
everything you've done for who? Everything you've done for me, I'm the one working. I'm the one putting in the time.
You cannot be for real right now, Key. Everything I do for us, and you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me?
Everything you do for us. Everything you do for you. Statement. This is just... I'm going to tell you, man.
What are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
I
don't care about this right now. I'm so
You know what I need to do with you? You know what I need to do with you? I need to account and stop sharing you. Because that's the reason. That's how you able to go in my... Find my words and take the money.
Do what you gotta do. I don't care about it. I'm so serious. I'm not about to argue with you about no money.
About no money?
No, I'm not arguing
with you
about
no money. It's just money to you, right? $22,000 is just a little bit of money to you, huh? I gotta go and work for that money. But it's just a little bit to you, huh?
I'm not about to argue with you about it. Like I said, if you were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do? I have to have something.
If we was to break up today, you would be A-okay, my friend, because you been stealing money for I don't know how long.
That's going to make me okay.
$22,000 not going to make you okay. Some people don't make that in a whole year at their job.
What do they need to get a job? Who can live off of $22,000? Come on. It's money you've been giving me that I just put a little bit to the side in my own account.
Why have you been taking money from my account and putting it in yours without me knowing? $22,000 is a lot of money to be missing. You live in a nice house. I pay all the bills for you. I go to work every day for you, for the family, for the kids.
Don't argue with me about the money when that was our agreement. That was our agreement. Now, you mad about me putting money to the side? I'm not giving it up, so I don't care. What do you want? Like, you can do what you need to do, but I don't care. I'm not. Yes.
Agreement?
Yes.
It was agreement for you to take money out of my account and me not know? When was that agreement made? Because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Ask for the money before I put it in my account.
Is it ours? Yeah, baby. You should be asking.
It's ours.
It's ours when we make something together. That's when something is ours. When two people make something together, then it's theirs. If one person provides the whole situation, it's not an our situation, baby. It's a my situation.
So you're mad
and you
that
stealing from me because I didn't give it to you.
Stealing.
You
share an account, and I made an extra account, and I moved money to my own account, so I would be straight.
You something else. I'm gonna tell you that.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You something else.
No, I'm not.
So let me ask you a question. If I took $22,000 from you, that'd be okay?
You my husband. Do what you need to do. But no, you wouldn't be taking $22,000.
Of course you saying that when you're not the person working 10, 12 hours at a time. Of course you're not gonna say that. Of course you cool with it.
Key, you so mad about this money. What are you gonna do about it? I'm not giving it up.
What am I gonna do about it?
My nails ain't even done right now.
What am I gonna do about it? Okay, check you out. Check you out. What am I gonna do? I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
So let's give a round of applause to these very creative people who have created this skit for our commentary. So this right here, this young lady is, I'm not sure if she's an actress or not. I was looking around on her page and it seems like she posts little scenarios like this, you know, for commentary. This is the one that has gotten the most shares and views. When I first saw it, it sounded like a skit. Upon investigation and just looking at her page, I get the sense that this is definitely a skit because, I mean, we could look at her page if you want. Her name is Monique Santos 09. She is a creator on TikTok. This is her page right here. And if you see, she reacts to a lot of stuff. She did a video with a voicemail from a man. Monique, your pom pom so good. Me no know what me want do. Your pom pom so nice. How your yours. So that's a video she did listening to a voicemail from a guy talking about how her pom pom done drove him crazy. And then there's another video she put up with a woman who was stalking a guy. He showed up at home and she was on the front porch. And so these are the types of videos that she does. This is the one that has gotten the most views. It's at 1.1 million views. A lot of people are talking about it. And a lot of you have sent this to me. So I said, you know what? I might as well go and talk about this now since a lot of people are sharing this. And I will say this, you know, people, please stop being so reactionary to this content. I'm telling you, a lot of this content that's coming up is orchestrated, it's fake, it's skits, it's done for attention, just like that quote unquote beef between Sukihana. Notice after I did that video, the videos died down with Sukihana and Tasha K. I guess the money has run low to do that promotion. Some of you are trying to say it's not promotion. Some of you tried to bully me because I pointed out that very well could be a promotion. But you know, what can be expected? This is the internet 2023. Okay. There's a lot to discuss here. And one of the things that I would like to discuss is the fact that they most likely did this skit because this is something that is being talked about nowadays in the stratosphere. There are a lot of people discussing should a woman have her own bank account? Should she be able to take money? Should this, should that, et cetera, et cetera. So let's talk about what it is that we saw and heard. And let's suspend reality for a moment and just pretend as if this is real because it does happen. So this has come up for social commentary And so let's just discuss that. I see some of you are saying that she is wrong, etc., etc. You know, I was thinking about something the other day, right? I was thinking about something the other day, just in terms of being able to make decisions and carry a household when your partner is not there, male and female. I was thinking about how the systems of the house, the systems of the account, the intricacies only function with one person doing it, and the other person is completely lost if that person can no longer do it or is not there, etc., etc. A responsible couple, right? A responsible man and a responsible woman make sure that their partner, that their children, that they know how to keep the house functioning. Nowadays, there seem to be a lot of men who are talking about wanting to get women who are ill-equipped, who are disadvantaged, who don't bother themselves with the other part of the relationship, but only the womanly parts of the relationship. And to me, I think that that's dangerous. My mother died when I was 19, right? My mother died when I was a teenager. And I realized that it is our duty as parents to equip our children with how to live without us. I've been doing a lot of looking into saving for retirement and stuff like that lately, right? And they have a lot of different things. They have life insurance, long-term, what is it? I forget, full-term life insurance and different types of things, ways that people can save money for the future in case anything happens to them. This is just a smart way to do things. Your spouse needs to know where the accounts are, where the deeds are, where the property is. And not only that, you need to start preparing your family for perhaps a life without you. That needs to be done from the onset. You don't have to be sorry to hear that my mother died when I was a teenager. You wouldn't know me if my mother had not died. I make these videos because I feel that there are lessons that some of you may not have that I had to learn the hard way. So if my mother had not died, I would probably be a psychologist somewhere working in an office. Because when my mother died, I was a psych major in college. And after she died, I switched over to media arts to pursue my love of broadcasting. And then so now here we are with a combination of psychology, life coaching, and broadcasting all together. Everything happens for a reason. A responsible husband talks with his, first of all, you know what? I want to show you all something real quick. Let me show you all something real quick. I want to show you a video that I put up. I reacted to a video with Princella, the Queen Maker, in the video, right? And in the video, she was talking about, I can't, P-R-I, I'm not, the video is not, did I not put this video on this channel? Hold on, let me scroll through the videos. I know I put it up on this channel. Here it is. Here it is. I'm going to play a little bit of this video for you all. For the last 2 years. The jobs that, so, I mean, this is 2023, right? That woman in the video can work. They, as a couple, probably made the decision together for her to stay at home. There's a lot to discuss here, but let me put this video up. I reacted to it last year, and it's very poignant. I thought it was important, so I'll play it for you here. Uh-oh, sound.
We don't want to marry.
Yeah.
What men seem to have in their pocket is, we don't want to marry you. As if marriage looks like this. What? When it looks more like this. And where's he at? What, they playing Grand Theft Auto? Call of Duty? But besides that, they want you to do the job of 1 million people. And then they don't want to pay you for it. Look, you're supposed to be getting $12.15 an hour on average to be their maid. You know, that's a 24/7 job. So you supposed to be getting paper. Lord have mercy. They want you to be their personal chef too. You're supposed to be getting $97,000 a year. You know, they say they want to marry so they can create a family. So basically, they want you to have their kids. As a surrogate, you're supposed to be getting anywhere between $30,000 and $46,000 to have one kid. Then they want you to be their mental health specialist, their emotional therapist. You're supposed to be getting anywhere from $70,000 to $90,000 a year for that. And they want you to be their sex worker. Now, if you over the age of 25, you're supposed to be getting about $60,000 a year for that sex worker stuff. If you're under 25, you're supposed to be getting $111,000 a year to be their sex worker. Then after you have the child, they want you to teach the child and be the nanny to the child. So you're supposed to be getting about $25 an hour for that. And not only do you supposed to get about $25 an hour for that, you are supposed to get these benefits. You need a 401k, dental insurance, flexible schedule, health insurance, mileage reimbursement, opportunities for advancement, paid orientation, paid sick time, paid time off, paid training, professional development, tuition reimbursement, retirement plan, and vision insurance. You're supposed to have all of that. But what they want you to do all that for? A cheap ass ring. Because you know a ring is too much. They want to go get you something from Walmart. Because they think you a gold digger if you don't accept a $50 ring as an engagement. You just ungrateful. They just want you to be happy with saying, I'm married, while they work you like a slave. And then don't want to spoil you. Then don't want to give you no love.
All right.
Well,
I thought that video was a really important video about the amount of jobs that a woman actually does at home, or the homemaker does. And so all right, now that the trash was cleaned up, now that the trash was taken out, right? So listen, Tim, if you'd like to create a video with the man's list, go and do that, because there are jobs that a man does in the house. If he's in the house, there are jobs that he does. How much will it cost for him to take out the trash in the apartment y'all renting? Listen, go ahead and make the video. Stop waiting for somebody else to make the video. Don't be a lahooser. Be a winner and make that video. So nonetheless, right? Nonetheless. In 2023, especially in the Black community, Black women are no strangers to working outside the home. As a matter of fact, it is a treat if a Black woman gets to work in the home, right? It's a treat, because far too often she's working outside the home and in the home. So there are a few different things, and let's try to go through all of them. I'm going to make a list in my head and speak off the top of my head. So number one, if she wanted to work in 2023, she could. If they have children and she is staying at home, it was a decision that they both made, because it was probably more economical for her to stay at home and care for the children and home make, right? But these are not woman duties. These are duties that are done for the betterment and the upkeep of the home, right? She needs to be receiving an allowance. She needs to be receiving monies from the husband, because the husband's salary is carrying the family, right? However, she needs to be able to have her autonomy and her ability to navigate, make choices, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That is not, quote unquote, his money, because he would not be able to go out and earn that money if she were not at home. There are things that she does at home that gives him the flexibility to be able to go out there and make that money. Otherwise, he would have to get a job, that he'd have to pick up the children, care for the children, and dedicate and focus his whole entire life around the children. That's if he even had any children without a woman to be able to birth those children for him, right? So there are things that a smart, responsible man does in order to be able to keep his family afloat with or without him. Any man who is concerned about what it is that you have and your ability to care for yourself and the children without him, and he's upset that you're able, instead of making a way, because they have these things called living trust, because the last thing that you want to do is, the last thing you want is for your assets to get tied up in probate for years. Because if you don't have it, even if you have a will, it'll get tied up in probate for years. Your wife won't be able to pay the bills with the monies and the account, and how will she even get into your accounts, and does she know where the accounts are, et cetera, et cetera? Does she know where the properties are, the deeds? Does she have passwords? Does she have access to all of that? Is there documentation that shows that she should have access to it once you pass away, et cetera, et cetera? This is why people create living trusts, and they create beneficiaries for the living trust. And you can talk to a financial advisor to find out what is right for you all. But we keep having these small conversations with small minds and small ideas from men who are making small money, and they don't really understand the big picture. We need to be empowering the spouse that is at home to be able to carry the household. We need to be able to make sure that the spouse has money, that the spouse is good with or without us. What is the mentality of a person who doesn't want their spouse to be okay without them, that they're talking about it's our money when we both work for it? This is what I'm saying. I've been thinking about this a lot lately because you all know that I've been gardening, right? So while I'm out there gardening, I spend a lot of time thinking. And what do you all think of my tan? This tan is fire, isn't it? Yes, I know that's right. But I spend a lot of time thinking while I'm gardening. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is, if women had it so good, why don't they want to do that? Why don't they want to stay home and care for the children and the house and all that other stuff? Why don't they want to do it? If they had such a good deal, if it was such a sweet deal, if laying up in the house was so chummy and everything was cherry, then why don't women want to do that? It was obviously a bad deal. This is why women don't want to do it. I want to know from the manosphere, like that guy who's commenting his hate words earlier. What is the manosphere saying as the reason for why women don't want to do it? Because no matter what it is, the manosphere will come up with an excuse to justify or to make women wrong and men right. But I want to know, what is the rationale that they have behind why women don't want to do it? They've come up and tried to flip the narrative of why women are initiate 80% of divorce. They've come up with a narrative, oh, women initiate 80% of divorce because they just want the man's money, because they're fickle. They don't love forever. They just want to get married so that they could use you and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 right? What, manosphere, what is the reason? I know they're in here. Manosphere, please help me understand. What is the reason that you all are saying that women just don't want to be that stay-at-home wife and mother? Why? Why not? Caring for your children, loving your children is beautiful and amazing. Why do women want to work instead of doing something beautiful and amazing if it's so damn easy? There's no answer? No one is going to answer me? Kenneth, are you manosphere? You saying chill or chilly? I want to know. What is the reason? Where are all the men when you need them? I need some men. Come on and take your balls and beat them across the damn keyboard and type out to me right now. I want to know. People talking about my skin. Thank you. Thank you. But I want to know. I want to know. What are the men saying? No one, if it was such a good deal, why don't women want to do it? What is the reason? Is the West has poisoned the woman's mind? What is it? The West has made women masculine and separate from their true nature. I only blocked one person. That was the person who was trolling. He was calling women bees. That person wasn't going to participate in the conversation anyway. So he got blocked. Come on. They quiet. They in here. Listen, if you're a man, I want to see how many men we have in here. If you're a man, put up the number 1. Type it in the comments. I want to see how many men we have here. Come on. I want to know where the dudes are. You all on Facebook, you can see these profile photos. Who are the dudes that are commenting? So I want to know why, if it was such a good deal, why don't women want to do it? Why are women choosing not to, rather? Lisa's saying most men can't afford a family. So we have Tim in the house. Tim is a man. Okay, you see Jacoby, Sepang. Okay, Sepang is a friend of the show. So we have only 3 men in here. Ladies, if you've seen a man comment, I need you to type his name because I know the men are in here. Virgo is saying men or males. Why are they scared to say that they're men? Come on. All right, fine. Somebody said raising children is not for the faint at heart. Part of the reason that women don't want to do it, that they have chosen not to, that they are making different choices is because of the abuse that came along with it. There was abuse. They weren't treated right. They weren't treated well. If they were treated well, it sounds like a sweet deal. Hell, anybody would want that. It sounds nice. I mean, look at Keke Palmer's husband. It's a nice deal for him too until he saw Bumpy Raymond. Listen, until he saw Bumpy twirling his woman around with her cheeks a glory. Listen. Nonetheless. So, okay, so no comb tone. What the you need a comb, man. What you talking about? We all need a comb. Oh my gracious. Nonetheless. Women decided not to do it because their efforts weren't being respected. They weren't being treated well. They were being abused. And it was a better deal to just earn the money yourself rather than what it is that you were giving up for it. Because you were going to be doing the housework and all of that other stuff anyway. No teamwork, exactly. So Noelle is saying, you're so corny. You're so corny. Oh my gosh. So listen, I'm getting off of this video. I think I just gave all my lessons already. What are your thoughts about all of this? I'm tired. And I saw a video about a pastor running out of a hotel room because he didn't want to pay. He didn't want to pay his male prostitute. I want to react to that video because that is a boondoggle. It's a boondoggle for sure. So my thing with this video is I saw people commenting, right? I saw people commenting that this is what happens when you're with the modern woman, this, that, and the other. She shouldn't have to take and pilfer money aside. He needs to be giving her money so that she can be putting aside. She needs to have a savings account. She needs to know how the stocks and bonds work. She needs to know how the investments of the family work. She needs a life insurance policy on him. He needs He needs to make sure that his wife feels safe. He needs to make sure that his wife knows that if anything happens to him, that if anything happens to the relationship, that she is okay, that the children are going to be okay. But for some reason, they want to create content like this that's supposed to be controversial. And the most controversial part about this is that this man is talking about what it is that he's doing for the family, yet he's creating a clear and separate delineation between what it is that he considers to be his, because he's the one that works outside of the home. And this is part of the reason that women are opting out and deciding that they're just not going to do it anymore. They're just not going to do it anymore. They're just not going to do it. They're opting out. So on that note, I want to hear your thoughts below. Let me see what the self-love lesson is for you all. Those so-called modern men don't have a clue. Let me check the apples real quick. We're going to talk about your self-love lessons. Let's jump to a break real quick, and then we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right. So, there's this book called I'm Dead, Now What? I'll put the link in the description of this video, right? And this book, you don't have to get this book. You could get any number of books. You can create one on your own. But this has a list of all of the things that you need to know in case somebody in your family is incapacitated. Who are all of their children? Where are all of those children? Where are all of the properties? Where's the will? Where's the health insurance information? Who's the attorney? Who's the healthcare provider? Who's the insurance company? Who's the employer? Other family members, contact information, funeral stuff, financial information, bank accounts, credit cards, all of this stuff, mortgage, what's owed, what's not owed, home loan, contact information, business information, beneficiaries, personal property, insurance, life, etc. What cards need to be canceled, all of this stuff. This book I thought was really interesting, right? I decided to get it because these are the types of things that we have to think about. My friend's brother died when he was 30 something, and he left. He made so much. Oh my God, he made so much money. He was wealthy, but he didn't have life insurance. He was only in his 30s, and he had 3 children and a wife, and they were scrambling. My friend had to try his best to take care of his nephews and help the woman out. And a lot of his boys came together for the first year. But and after you're gone, do you want your boys helping your woman out when you're gone, and your children? Do you want your boys hanging around your vulnerable woman? It's like, create a way for her to be able to take care of the affairs, the house, the children, all of those things, right? Let's read the apples. We'll listen. Shawnee sends $10. Thank you, Shawnee. Let me check the PayPal. I want us to be able to start having these conversations, because it's like a lot of people just talk about a lot of stupid stuff online that is really not going to get you where it is that you need to be. Like, these conversations are very nuanced. The conversations have many layers in them, and it's neither black nor white. Was she wrong for taking that money? She's a mother. A mother is going to do what she needs to do to be able, well, a good mother is going to do what she needs to do to be able to care for her children, care for the children. A good father is going to do what he needs to do to make sure that he's taking care of his children. And part of taking care of your children is making sure that you have life insurance, making sure that your affairs are in order, making sure that your family can survive if anything happens to you. If this man is talking about earning money by working 12 hours and he's hollering and sounding ignorant like that, he most likely doesn't have a white collar, high powered, and he probably is working blue collar round the clock, and anything can happen to him. A forklift can run him over. I don't know where that came from, a forklift. Anything could happen. Something could fall on him. He could hit his head. He could have a car accident. He could slip and fall. Acid could get thrown in his eyes. Anything can happen. Anything. And so it's like, what is he doing to make sure that his family is okay without him? I mean, does this not cross some people's minds? Does it not cross your mind that if something happens to you, what will people do? I remember I was traveling and I thought about it, and I was like, wow, you know what? With all of these passwords and face recognition and all of this other stuff and fingerprint this and all of that, if something happened to me, what would happen to my Bitcoin? How will people even know which exchange my Bitcoin was on? Like, I wouldn't want it to just sit there if something was happening to me. I would want somebody to be able to have it and be able to live and enjoy it, because otherwise it's just going to stay there on the blockchain. How many people have died with their Bitcoin and their cryptocurrency on the blockchain, and nobody even knows that it's there? Don't even know that it's there. And then what happens to it? You're gone. You can't talk to them from the grave. How do we create systems in place, right? So that our people, our loved ones, the people we care about, our extended family, our nieces, nephews, children, brothers, sisters, so that they know how to be able to access our stuff. How many of us have property or land somewhere, and the people closest to you don't even know where the land is? What is the address of the plot? And then it's just going to sit there until the taxes accrue, till it goes into foreclosure because of the taxes, and then the state is going to take it. And then what's going to happen? So so come on. What do you mean you lost your Bitcoin? How do you lose Bitcoin? You can't lose Bitcoin. It just sits there on the blockchain. Tim is saying not all men defend men. That is wrong. 905 of men take care of their family. That is not on social media. Tim, unfortunately, the data says something different. When you say take care of their family, what are you talking about? Do you have life insurance, Timmy? Is the beneficiary named? Do you have a living trust? Or is your stuff going to get tied up in probate if you even have any types of insurances? Taking care of your family is about more than just paying a little bit of child support. Taking care of your family is speaking to a financial advisor and making sure that there are systems in place. There's another book. You know what? Where's that book? I'll put it in the description of the video. I'll get it to you. Don't you worry. Because there's another book called Don't Be a Sucker, something along those lines. And it talks about living trust and life insurance and all of these different things that we need to be talking about. We need to be having these conversations. We need to. And there's a lot of us that really don't know what to do. So anyway, so Tim is saying, I am a vet. That's wonderful. So you're a vet, which means if you are honorably discharged or if you're disabled, then that means that you have a disability coming in or you have a pension from the armed services, right? However, are you married? Because if you're not married, then who do your benefits go to, right? Who do your benefits go to? Are your beneficiaries named? I don't know how that works with vets, etc. I haven't spoken to the vets in my family about how that works. And these are conversations that we should probably have with the people in our family. As a matter of fact, after I get off of here, I probably need to talk because I know that if you're married, your wife gets the benefits. If not, then I believe it's split up among your children or however the case may be. I don't know how it goes. You have to know how it goes, right? But yes. So Timothy, power of attorney for my health, already had a will from my family. Well, your will needs to be updated. And not only that, a will is not enough. Power of attorney is not even enough. You need a living trust. Look up the word living trust. All of us need to figure out how to create a living trust. All of us, because lay people, regular people, we're the ones that get shafted. We're the ones our family, we're the ones that get shafted because we just don't know all of the information that we could know. Hold on, I think I see the book. Hold on. Nope, that is not it. Oh, darn it. You know what? Let's jump to a quick break. I'm going to find this book and come back. All right. Welcome back. Okay, I found the book. I'm just trying to get the link for you all so that, here it is. Here. So I got the link. Let me just get the link for the other book, and then I'm going to post it down below for you all so that you all can be able to start having these conversations. Let me grab the next link for you all. Give me just 1 second. How is everybody out there doing? Because I want to make sure that you all get the right books so that you can, so that we can just keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple. And be able to just, this one is it's a fun book. Here. Let me see. Copy link. Let me send this here. And then I'm going to put them in the description of the video. Don't worry. So here, let me just grab this real quick. And then I'm going to show you inside the book. And I want you all to take some time to just really think about getting your affairs in order, right? So Shari is saying that Tim is acting like he wants to advertise himself. You know what? Part of the issue is that there are a lot of men who are in denial and they don't want to speak, not speaking about the reality of what exists out there is abusive in and of itself. So right here is the link to the book, I'm Dead, Now What? Let me put that in the description of this video because once I get off, sometimes I'll be forgetting, blah, blah, blah. So here, let me put BOOKS. Let me put the first one right there. And then let me grab the link to the second one. This one is called How Money Works. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to put this link right here. And then I'm going to put it in the description of the video. Perfect. So I've updated this. Wonderful. So here, this is the second book right here. It's called How Money Works. And it's like, stop being a sucker. And it has pictures in there. It's a very easy book to read and to understand. And it tells you all about living trust. It tells you all about life insurance, the different types of life insurance, the different types of ways that money works, the things that happen to you, and how it talks about IRAs and SEP IRAs. And it's like if you're self-employed and you want to be able to create an IRA, there's SEP IRAs. There's all different types of ways that you can be able to prepare for your future because none of us are going to be here forever. So how do we allow ourselves and our loved ones to rest easy, right? Account and electronic passwords are important. Of course, that's what's inside this first book, right? So this book right here, I'm Dead, Now What? And this book, How Money Works. Like I said, the links I just put inside of the comments and they're also in the description of the video. So take a look at some of those. Start learning about how to keep yourself and your family safe and running and going on without you. Whether you're a single mother, a father who's head of household, whoever you are, because you know what? Listen, I know a person, right, who is a single parent and was so stressed out. Like you ever met a person who was near death with stress, illness and disease and stuff like that? And this person said, I can't afford to die because my children are not going to know what to do without me. And I was like, ooh. So this person hung on to dear life to be able to stay here for their kids. But what happens to the person that steps out into the street and gets run over? What happens to the person that has an unexpected crisis? It's like you have to know, and your family has to know how to do things. And listen, mothers, people who are doing the cleaning at home, I implore you to set up chores, realistic chores for your children so that they know and you show them how things need to be cleaned. So that you show them how the shower gets cleaned, what types of tools and what types of solutions you use to clean the shower, to clean the toilet, to make sure that the floors are not sticky one after they're mopped. How do you defrost the freezer? I'm talking about real life, real world things. Also talking to your children about saving money, about setting something aside, creating certificates of deposits for your children. This book does an excellent job of talking about how much money can be saved into the millions if you start in your 20s. So for parents out there, you have got to start helping your children save, start helping them be able to figure out how to be able to do things around the house. If you're a father, right? Listen, if you're a father and you have children, you have daughters, teach your daughters how to shovel snow. Teach them how to change a tire. Teach them how to do things to be able to listen. I remember my father taught me when I was little how to change a tire. When I became an adult, there came a time where I had to change a tire and I couldn't get the lug nuts off. I was so proud of myself. I was able to jack up the car. And then I went to get the lug nuts off and I couldn't get the lug nuts off because the tire kept moving because it was in the air. I did not remember that I needed to keep the tire on the ground to loosen the lug nuts. And then once it's up in the air, that's when you take the tire off. I didn't remember this. But we have to talk to our children. Teach your daughters how to mow lawn. Teach your sons how to mow lawn. Get these little damn ragamuffins off of the phones, because all I see are children nowadays with their face in the phone. They don't want to do anything. They're sitting around the house. They ain't doing shit. They lounging and lazing around, and you have to do everything, and you don't want to get on their bad side because then it's going to cause a rift and they're going to argue and they're going to be acting all stupid, and then you're going to have to decide whether you want to kill them or let them live, and then it turns into a big mess. But F that. Get them up off their asses and their face out of these damn phones. Teach them how to plant a mother effing seed in the ground. Teach them how to cultivate some land. Go dig up some of the grass in your damn backyard and put some seeds in that mother effer and learn how to make a tomato or a cucumber or a pumpkin or something. We've got to teach our children. Teach your children how to can. You know what? I remember my grandmother used to have all of these preserves and all of this stuff canned, right? I don't know how to can nothing. Didn't nobody ever show me how to can nothing. And by the time I was 19, my mother was dead. And then after my mother died, my grandmother was like, I can't do this life anymore. And then she left. I never learned how to can nothing. So now I've learned how to make my own kombucha. I was just drinking some, as a matter of fact. I make my own sauerkraut. I make my own pickles. I pickle peppers. I pickle onions. I pickle carrots. I do all of this stuff. And I'm about to start I do lactobacillus fermentation. That's the type of, I do that type of fermentation. I ferment with yeast, and I also ferment with the SCOBY, right? I learned how to make my own sauerkraut. And now that I'm making pumpkins, if you store pumpkins in the right way, they can stay stored for 9 months. I'm getting ready to create a shelf in the cellar where it's nice and cool to be able to store some of these canned goods. I got about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 20 tomato plants out there that are going to be producing pounds upon pounds of tomatoes. I'm getting ready to plant some corn. I got pumpkin growing. I planted some carrots yesterday. You all know I had to go out and water them this morning. I planted carrots, scallions. I have some broccoli coming up. I got 4 big bunches of kale. I'm growing bell peppers, jalapeno hot peppers. I'm growing potatoes, and I'm also growing, what else am I? I feel like I'm missing something. But I'm growing garlic. Garlic can stay, I'm growing soft neck garlic, but if I'm going to the store to get the cloves of a hard neck garlic that are organic, because they spray the stuff to stop the cloves from sprouting. But nonetheless, this is what I'm saying. And though this was a skit, it brings up some real conversations from real life. Did you all benefit from this conversation? If you benefited, I would like to know how you benefited from this conversation. Yes, I do pickle pepper. Peter Pecker pick peppers. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. So if you benefited from this conversation, I want you to put up a 333. I want to see. If you did not benefit from this conversation, put up a 0. I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see. I want to see. Come on. Let's see. Come on. All right. My whole thing is that we have to start looking beyond simple conversations and really figure out how do we apply this in our own lives. Do the people, your loved ones around you, have to go ferreting money, squirreling money out of your account in order to be able to make sure that they can survive? All right, so people benefited from this conversation. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. So we have somebody who used to garden, and so get back into gardening. You can garden upside down in gallon containers. I saw a guy who was growing bell peppers upside down in a gallon container. He had gallon containers set up all over the yard. If there's a particular thing that you eat a lot of, I eat a lot of cherries. Unfortunately, I can't grow a cherry tree right now. I need to get a bigger property and be able, I want 2 big cherry trees. That's what I want. I want 2 big cherry trees. And I just want to just go outside and open my mouth and just let the cherries fall inside. I want to catch them in my shirt and just, I just love cherries so much. I just love cherries so much. Right. Tanisha is late. Tanisha, you should have been here on time. We've been here for 1 hour and 13 minutes and you just getting in. You need to join the text notification squad. So, all right. So I see. Lots of people have benefited. That's wonderful. Somebody's using the N-word, talking about N-words don't have money. Oh my goodness. Sepang got his garden drying out and he's feeling guilty. You need to feel guilty because you got those defenseless fruits and vegetables out there dying and thirsting for water. You need to be ashamed of yourself. Get your ASS out there and go water them. It's not like they can get up and go get water on their own. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. I have created my own yogurt, but yogurt is a hard thing to do. I've created my own butter. What else have I done? I've made my own bread. I've made my own pizza. I tried to make cheese, but cheddar takes a long time to age and it has to be at the right temperature and all of that. So I haven't done that. But cherries are good for sleep and to reduce pain and inflammation. Wonderful. Listen, I love me some cherries. If I could just, sometimes I don't know, but you know, the cherries that they got out there got all types of pesticides on them. I want to have 2 big cherry trees and just, all right. So somebody is advertising the book about eating right for your blood type. You know, that is a theory. There are many different theories out there. So listen to your body. You can also get tested to see what you're allergic to and what you're not allergic to, blah, 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 etc. So let's check the apples real quick. And then I want us, oh, how wonderful. Ashley sent $5 and says, thank you. Thank you, sweetie pie. Thank you. Thank you. And so I want to see the self-love lessons. I want to see you all type SLL. I want to see, so I want to do some Bing cherries and some Lanier cherries. That's what I want. But you know what? I really love the dark cherries more than the lighter cherries. So maybe I might get 2 dark cherry trees. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to get cherry trees. So, sweet cherries. I'm not really into the tart cherries, even though I heard tart cherries are really good for you on the inside. Has anybody here ever eaten a tart cherry? I don't know much about them. I did churn some butter, but you know what? I was able to create, it's very easy to make butter, but it's not cost effective. Like you have to take the heavy cream. If you put it in a jar and just shake it up, it'll compact against itself. and separate from the water. If you just shake it up in a jar with salt, it tastes just as good as supermarket. They were like, oh, the milk is so much. It just tasted like supermarket butter, and it was expensive to make. So I haven't done it again, but it is available for us, right? My book. Oh, so listen, the links are in the description of this video. I updated it. I also put them in the comment section, right? So yeah, so you know what? I'll have to do a little bit more research on which cherries I want. So I will, lemons. I don't really eat that many lemons. I use vinegar for my acid instead of lemons. But yeah, if you want a lemon tree, get a lemon tree. I heard that you can grow them in a bucket, but then I heard that it's difficult for them to fruit in a bucket. So tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, dill, basil, thyme growing on your balcony. Nice. You know what? I haven't planted my herbs yet for the year because I used all of my containers to sprout the seeds. The herb containers, I used them to sprout seeds this year. So I didn't even grow any herbs yet. And I need to go get some more soil. Will I love tart cherries? I need to figure out where I can get them from so I can try them out, because I don't want to invest in a tree of a cherry that I'm not going to really be eating, because I know that I will eat some Bing cherries. I know I will eat some Bing cherries. So is it Bing or is it Rainier? I think it's the Rainier cherries, the ones that I love. So I don't know. I need to do more research. So listen, on that note, I want to see the self-love lessons. Come on. I want you to take the self-love lessons and state them from an I am point of view. So I want to see I am. Come. Let's see these self-love lessons. Come. Raspberries grow on a tree. I always thought they would have grown on a bush. That's interesting. I wouldn't eat enough raspberries. Cherries are my favorite. But, it takes all types to love all different types of fruit. But like I said, I'm going to be growing corn in 20-gallon containers. So I just have to go get my soil. I also want to grow climbing roses. I do. I want to grow climbing roses. So I tried planting flowers in our front yard years ago, but my take took that over and started planting callaloo there too. Your take? I don't know what that means. I think you misspelled something. Oh, your dad. You know what? You're going to have to stand up against your father and push back on being able to plant, because who's going to eat callaloo? Or that's too much. After you done had callaloo once or twice, how many more times you need to eat callaloo? All right. So listen, self-love lessons. Let's see them. What is the self-love lesson that you learned from today's video? I saw a woman that she grew 6 ears of corn in a 20-gallon container. She says you have to put the dirt up to an inch below. So that's a lot of dirt inside of the container. So I need to find some cheap dirt because I have invested far more money than I'm going to yield. I gotta go to the grocery store, but I've invested a lot in this soil, but at least I'll get to keep the soil for years. But yeah, I've invested a lot. SLL, I need you to state what it is that you want, not what you don't want. Okay? SLL, I am buying that book to set my family up for success when I die. I feel you on that. I need to invest and complete my mission to get property protected and financially free. Oh, properly protected. Yes. I feel you on that. Let's see. Big Lots have soil on sale. I don't know if we have a Big Lots in New York, but I need high quality soil made with organic matter. Get a living trust. Need to be independent and self-reliant. Yes. I feel you on that. Stop being lazy. Time to get up and motivated. Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate hearing you say that you did learn some lessons from this video. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Let's see. All right, well, that's good enough for me. The self-love lesson that I learned from today's video. The lesson that I learned about loving myself is about really maintaining my autonomy, as well as continue to create the systems, because I don't have all of my systems in place just yet, and I need to continue pushing forward. So it's like there's still things that I need to do in terms of, because if you think about it, by the time we get into our 30s, we only have 30 years left before we're 60. By the time we're 50, we only have what? 15 years left before we're 65. So it's like, if we're going to start saving, we need to start saving right now. All of us. Because if we're lucky, we get to live. Self-love lesson, show up to class on time. Wanted to hear more about gardening. I am now going to spend more time in nature, either the lake or garden. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You see what it did for my skin. You see what it did? My skin went from looking dull and dry in the winter to looking vibrant. So Tim is 60 now. So you're in that range. What makes you think I'm not composting? Please. I've talked about my compost. I'm even using my urine, my morning urine in the compost, for that nitrogen. So, I'm composting. And that compost is so dark and rich. I put that compost on the pumpkin plant, and it grew like a foot overnight. So absolutely, I'm composting, and I'm going to use the compost on the corn, because corn are heavy feeders. So yeah, black gold. Yeah, that the compost is so rich. We compost all of our kitchen scraps. We're doing coffee. And one tip for you all: if you go to the local diner and ask them for their coffee grounds, they'll be happy to give it to you. Just bring yourself an airtight bag, and they'll dump all that you need in there. I have a big composting pile outside, and so I'm going to be composting all until the winter, and then when it's time to replant next year. But there's an area underneath from where we were composting last year that has some rich compost in it, but most of the compost this year has food scraps mixed up in it. And so, yeah, so we have to wait for that to decompose. I compost the boxes that come in from Amazon. I compost, you know what I do? All of those sensitive mail that need to be shredded, I take that and I put that in the compost. I do. And another thing that you can do, you can go to these juice bars and ask them for the leftovers from the veggies and stuff after they finish juicing. And some of them will give it to you, some won't. But just go and ask. Absolutely. When you finish eating your fruits, like I took some watermelon and threw it out there. The worms love that watermelon. That rind was mushy in 2 days. Absolutely. And notice how they're not giving us seeds in our watermelon anymore. Notice that. Because I was buying and eating watermelon, and I found some little tiny seeds in some tiny ones. I put them inside the water. They haven't sprouted because they're what do you call that? They're sterile or something like that. So yeah, be independent and self-reliant is a good one too. Yes. Absolutely. So listen, nature has an entire ecosystem out there. Nothing goes to waste. Food goes into the soil and becomes nutrient to plant more food, to go into the soil to become nutrients to plant more food. I'm having an amazing time in my ecosystem outside. So yes, worm castings, all of that. So listen, I will see you all in the next video. What's also a good gardening tip? If you have any old dresser drawers, you can reinforce them. Don't do like I did, because my dresser drawers are coming apart now. I had like an old dresser, put it outside, put dirt inside of it, planted the garlic in that, because the garlic needs to grow in a shallow bed anyway. So I was like, okay, cool. But now they're coming apart from the water. But you can even use the whole entire dresser and turn that into a planter. Just put it on its back and just fill it up with dirt. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yup. They literally engineered them to not reproduce, so folks are forced to buy their seeds. Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. We need to pay attention. While you have bell peppers now, bell peppers still have seeds, and they have enough seeds to be able to produce however many bell peppers you want. I'm doing jalapeno from grocery store. I didn't get a good yield from the grocery store jalapeno seeds, so I went and bought a packet, $2.79. It was nothing. Bought an organic packet, which is fine. I was happy to spend the money on it, but I could have done that for free from store-bought organic jalapenos. So absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Jeremy, you're on the text notification squad, right? If you're not on the text notification squad, join. IKEA bags. Okay, yes. I use fabric grow things, but I want something a little bit more stable. So I'm going to be making there's a few different things that I want. So, let me check before we get out of here. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. I saw a video where a man took that IKEA bag and turned it into planters, covered it with burlap, and he poked some holes in the bottom. For those of you that don't have a soldering iron to poke holes, all you got to do is just take a metal wire hanger, put it over some fire, and then you can poke holes that way. All right, so listen, on that note, I will see you all in the next video. I appreciate you all coming out. We may be doing one more video for the day, just reacting to that pastor that's running out of the hotel room with his gay boo chasing behind him. It was too much. But there's some self-love lessons in that too. People got to live their truth. Oh, yes, seedless grapes. Yes, that's another one. Yes. This is how they're doing us. But listen, on that note, I'll see you all in the next video. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, I say, is having these difficult conversations. Taking the time to look inside of yourself to see what you can change. Because if this is the best that you will ever be, that means that you're going to go downhill from here. As long as you're still climbing uphill, as long as you're still making changes and becoming better, you're on your way up. Once you plateau, it's downhill from there. So keep making yourself better. All right? I will see you all in the next video. Thank you. Woo! Man, oh man. Hey. Woo! All right, y'all. Peace.